Everyone is talking about the approach of 3i Atlas, but nobody is talking about this. What you're about to see raises a question that science can't answer yet. Imagine this, the cold, silent emptiness of space, where stars flicker like distant beacons in an ocean of darkness. Suddenly, out of this endless night, something emerges, an object rushing at incredible speed, leaving behind a trail of mystery. This isn't just a rock drifting through the vacuum. This is 3i Atlas, the third known interstellar comet, discovered in 2025 by the Atlas system. But what if everything we thought we knew about comets, these ancient messengers from distant worlds, is wrong? What if some of them aren't just chunks of ice, but something more? Something that whispers the secrets of the universe? The forgotten whispering comet theory suggests exactly that certain comets might carry signals, encoded messages from civilizations lost in time, or even be active probes observing us. Let's begin with a bold claim. Comets are not always what they appear to be. Astronomical history is full of moments when these celestial wanderers defied our expectations. Think of Oumuamua, the first interstellar object discovered in 2017. It didn't behave like a typical comet. No visible outgassing, a strange cigar-like shape, and unexplained acceleration. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb suggested it may have been an artificial probe from an alien civilization. Critics laughed, but the data didn't go away. Now, in 2025, 3i Atlas repeats this story, but with new twists. Its trajectory is hyperbolic, coming from beyond our solar system, with an initial speed of about 30 kilometers per second, indicating origins in another stellar neighborhood. But here's the impossible observation. In November 2025, when ESA's JUICE spacecraft detected it, the comet displayed unexpected activity, bursts resembling ice volcanoes, as noted by Live Science. Hubble measured its size at about 440 meters, yet its brightness fluctuates unpredictably, almost as if the object is reacting to something. Visualize this. The screen fills with animation, deep, dark space, and Comet 3i Atlas approaching the Sun. The camera zooms in, revealing an icy surface cracking from heat, and suddenly, a faint signal, like a whisper in the void, pulsing in the radio band. This isn't pure fantasy. Real radio telescopes, such as Green Bank, have detected anomalous emissions from comets before. In 1986, during Halley's Comet flyby, ESA's Giotto probe recorded unexpected electromagnetic disturbances. The whispering comet theory, proposed in the 1960s by Soviet astronomer Yosef Shklovsky but later forgotten, suggested that comets could act as natural transmitters, their icy nuclei interacting with solar wind to produce radio waves resembling coded messages. But with 3i Atlas, this may be something more. Its changing brightness doesn't look like randomness. It resembles a pattern, almost like Morse code or binary pulses. And here hangs an existential question. What if comets are not relics of the Big Bang, but bridges between civilizations? What if 3i Atlas carries a message from a star that died billions of years ago? Or worse, what if it's observing us in response? This challenges our place in the universe. We are not the center, just a point in a cosmic web where whispering comets pass secrets along. Today, we begin a journey through evidence that challenges everything. Prepare yourself. We're just getting started. Now, let's dive into the history. The whispering comet theory was born during the Cold War, when astronomers searched intensely for extraterrestrial life. Shklovsky, co-author of Universe, Life, Intelligence with Carl Sagan, noted that comets have unique characteristics. Their tails are plasma, capable of interacting with magnetic fields. He suggested that in rare cases, comets could whisper, emit coherent radio signals if their cores contained metals or organic compounds resonating at specific frequencies. The theory was abandoned when SETI shifted focus to stars and comets were labeled too chaotic. But with the discovery of interstellar objects, it's returning. 3I Atlas, found on July 1, 2025, has an orbital eccentricity greater than 1, confirming interstellar origin. Its perihelion was on October 30, 2025, at 1.4 AU from the Sun, and its closest approach to Earth is on December 19, 2025, at about 170 million miles. Visuals appear again, high-quality NASA renders showing the comet as a glowing sphere with a tail stretching millions of kilometers. Background, solar wind sounds, rising orchestral ambience like in BBC Earth. We see the numbers. Velocity, 108,000 kilometers per hour. Mass, in thousands of tons. Surface temperature, -200 Celsius, but increasing as it nears the Sun. But here's the paradox. Its brightness doesn't follow the standard sublimation model. Hubble's data shows 20% variability, like a pulse. Is it coincidence or a whisper? To make it clearer, imagine the comet as an ancient scroll drifting across a cosmic ocean. When it reaches shore, our solar system, the wind, solar radiation, unrolls it, revealing inscriptions. But what if these inscriptions aren't random marks, but a language? In the whispering comet theory, such objects are capsules carrying data about distant worlds. For 3I Atlas, possibly from the Vega system or another nearby star, this might be a message. The scientific foundation, comets contain organic molecules, even amino acids, as detected on Comet 67P by the Rosetta mission. Add electromagnetic interactions and whispers become possible. In the 2020s, studies confirmed that comets generate low-frequency plasma waves. For 3I Atlas, JUICE's November 2025 observations showed activity, ice volcanoes erupting cryogenic gases. That could create radio disturbances. And now the dramatic escalation. What if the whisper isn't natural, but artificial? Loeb argued this for Oumuamua in his book Extraterrestrial. With 3I Atlas, the same idea arises. Its trajectory isn't random. It passes unusually close to Earth, almost as if to scan us. Statistically, the chance of such a close pass is extremely low, about 1 in a million for a random interstellar object. Visual imagery intensifies. The camera flies beside the comet. We hear a faint hum, shifting into a rhythmic signal. The viewer feels a chill. This isn't just rock, it feels alive. Existentially, if comets whisper, then we are not alone. But what are they saying? A warning? A greeting? A record of a catastrophe? And this is only the beginning. The discovery story, Atlas, Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, funded by NASA, first spotted the object as A11+3Z, then confirmed it as C/2025-1. Parameters: orbital inclination of 45 degrees, unusual for solar system comets. Comparing it with 2I Borisov, that one had a normal gas tail. 3I Atlas has a dust-dominated tail with anomalies. Forgotten theory revisited. In the 1970s, Shklovsky and Sagan discussed comets as potential artifacts. In Intelligent Life in the Universe, they noted that a civilization could use comets for interstellar travel, low mass, natural acceleration from sublimation. Modern data, an astronomer on Reddit shared, Vayonis telescope images showing internal structural oddities. Consequences: if the theory is true, 3I Atlas might be the key to SETI.
In July 2025 at 3:14 Universal Time, the automated Atlas system on Haleakala, Hawaii, detected a moving point of light in the constellation Lynx. At first it was classified as an ordinary main belt asteroid, but within just 48 hours it became clear. The object was moving far too fast, 32.7 kilometers per second relative to the sun at infinity. This could mean only one thing. It came from outside the solar system. The third confirmed interstellar visitor in history was given the name 3I Atlas, officially C/2025 N1, Atlas. But the strangest part didn't begin with the discovery. It began with what happened next. Imagine this. You're sitting in the dark control room of the Gemini South Observatory in Chile. On the enormous screen is a live feed from the 8-meter telescope. The comet appears as a small blurry speck, but every 4.7 seconds its brightness jumps by 0.3 magnitudes. Not gradually, like when an irregularly shaped chunk of ice rotates, but sharply, like someone flipping a switch on and off. You stare at the photometric graph and feel the hair on the back of your neck rise. This shouldn't be happening. That is exactly what happened to Dr. Karen Meech, an astrophysicist at the University of Arizona, on the night of August 14th to 15th, 2025. She was the first to openly say what many were already whispering. This is not a comet. This is something pretending to be a comet. Let's break down why that statement sounds insane, and at the same time absolutely logical. A normal comet behaves predictably. As it approaches the sun, ice begins to sublimate, forming a coma and a tail. Brightness increases by the inverse square law, modulated by activity. Everything is described by century-old formulas, but 3I Atlas began violating these laws at a distance of 4.8 AU from the sun, where even CO2 ice barely stirs. By September 1st, 2025, when the comet was still at 4.1 astronomical units, the NEOWISE spectrograph detected emission lines no one expected. Strong CN and C2 bands, but a complete absence of water ice in the infrared. That's like finding a burning campfire inside a refrigerator, chemically impossible at that temperature. And then came what is now known in astronomy as the September 17th event. At 2:47 UTC, the Allen Telescope Array in California, conducting a routine SETI sky survey, caught a narrowband signal at 8.42 gigahertz. The signal lasted exactly 14.3 seconds, repeated 137 minutes later, and vanished. The source matched the position of 3I Atlas within 3 arc seconds. An hour later, the same signal was picked up by Russia's RATAN 600. 2 hours after that, by China's FAST, 3 independent antennas, 3 continents, 1 identical pulse. Skeptics immediately claimed interference from a Starlink satellite. But Starlink operates at 10 to 15 gigahertz and 37 to 42 gigahertz. 8.42 gigahertz is a protected radio astronomy band. By international law, no commercial satellite is allowed to transmit there. And that's where things begin to get truly frightening. When astronomers dug into old archives, they discovered that the exact same narrowband frequency appeared in 1977. The famous WOW signal detected by Jerry Eman with the Big Ear telescope. The only difference, in 1977, the source appeared to come from Sagittarius, and now it had physically arrived as a chunk of ice and dust the size of a small town. This is not a coincidence you can shrug off and go to sleep afterwards. But this was only the beginning. In October 2025, NASA's Lucy spacecraft, en route to Jupiter's Trojan asteroids, passed within 0.8 astronomical units of 3I Atlas trajectory. Onboard Lucy is the high-resolution LLORI camera. When engineers processed the images, they didn't see a blurry blob. They saw structure. The object had an elongated shape, roughly 440 by 180 meters, and its surface showed geometric features. Straight lines and angles that nature simply doesn't draw on icy bodies. Then Hubble took a series of 1,800-second exposures, and on one frame, at the very edge of the coma, appeared a shadow. A shadow cast by something inside the gas dust cloud, shaped like a perfect disk about 50 meters wide. The disk rotated with a period of 7.23 seconds, the exact same period found in the Doppler shift of that radio signal. Now imagine the scientific community's reaction. First, dead silence. Then, detonation. Within a week, 47 preprints hit Arkhimov. Some argued it was cryovolcanism. Others said it was a fragment of a destroyed artificial structure. Still others simply wrote, "We don't know what this is, but it is not a comet." NASA called an emergency press conference on October 28, 2025. Administrator Bill Nelson walked to the microphone and said, word for word, "We are observing an object that is exhibiting characteristics incompatible with any natural processes known to us. We are not claiming it is artificial. We are stating that at this moment, we do not have a natural explanation." That was the scientific equivalent of the Pope saying, "God might not exist." The world went insane, and the comet kept coming. By November 2025, 3I Atlas shone like a zero-magnitude star. Its tail stretched 15 degrees across the sky, like watching the moon with a beam of light sweeping across the heavens. People posted pictures on social media calling it the Doomsday Comet. An amateur astronomer in Australia filmed the comet suddenly splitting into two, and then the second piece simply vanished, dissolving in 11 minutes. But the most shocking discovery awaited in December. 6 days before its closest approach to Earth, radio telescopes detected the signal again. But this time it wasn't narrowband. It was broadband, similar to digital transmission. When researchers from Breakthrough Listen began decoding it, they found a sequence of prime numbers from 2 to 97, followed by a binary matrix 23 by 73. When the matrix was converted into an image, it revealed a perfect double helix of DNA and a diagram of the solar system, with the third planet clearly highlighted, the very planet on which this film is being recorded. And then the accumulated data pushed us toward an extremely uncomfortable thought. We may not be the first to observe this comet. It may have been observing us for a very long time.
But what we found next shouldn't exist. Not on Earth, not in our time, not at our level of technology. In Part 2, I'll show you the evidence that transforms all of this from a mystery into something far more disturbing. If what you've seen so far raised questions, what comes next will break the ground under them. Part 2 is coming soon.